The contest for the 2022-2023 MVP is tightening up, and so far, it looks like there are just two viable candidates for the award. I'm talking about none other than the Denver Nuggets' Nikola Jokic and the Philadelphia 76ers' Joel Embiid. Interestingly, Draymond Green, the Golden State Warriors forward, has chosen Joel Embiid as his MVP. The four-time All-Star made his case for Embiid as the NBA's top player on the most recent episode of the Draymond Green podcast.
You're not locking down a great player. He's the MVP of the NBA for a reason. Possibly the MVP of the NBA again. We don't know yet, but...
Green had this to say: Joel Embiid has been on a tear, and to win is what he wants most for his squad. At this point, I believe that Joel needs to be ranked first on the next MVP ladder. Unfortunately for Embiid, he has trailed Jokic in MVP polling for 2 straight seasons. Nikola Jokic is the odds-on favorite to win a 3rd straight MVP award, and Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers looks to be on pace for a repeat runner-up finish. Embiid is currently leading the NBA with an astounding 33.4 points per game, which is a career best. In addition to his incredible field goal percentage of 53.9%, he also pulls down 10.0 boards and dishes out 4.1 assists per game.
Embiid from the nail, out to Harden. They spread the floor, and Embiid with the slam at the rim.
Jokic has put up staggering numbers this season as well. He's averaging 24.7 points per game, 12.1 rebounds per game, and 10.0 assists per game. He also has a 62.8% shooting accuracy this season. Besides Joel Embiid, though, Draymond Green has also revealed his all-time favorite NBA players. Unsurprisingly, Michael Jordan made his top 5, but not his number 1. Of course, many basketball fans from the 90s era will not agree with Draymond Green's opinions, but that's just what they are, opinions. Nonetheless, no one can deny that LeBron James is one of the best there is, if not the best.
The NBA's all-time scoring record now belongs to LeBron James.
All the same, Green went on to mention his full list. He had LeBron James as number 1, Michael Jordan as number 2, Kobe Bryant as number 3, Stephen Curry as number 4, and Shaquille O'Neal as number 5. James's extraordinary longevity, according to Draymond, was the main reason for placing him first. Having debuted in 2003, LeBron unarguably became the league's top performer by 2005. The article argued that Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls did not compete with the quality of teams that LeBron has had to face throughout the course of his career, although that opinion is also open for debate. Green then went on to gush about James's basketball abilities, saying that Michael simply couldn't compete with him.
So when you think about the longevity and what Bron has done, since Bron has been in the NBA, the brand of basketball has changed.
Green said, if you consider his repertoire of abilities, you'll realize that no other basketball player in history comes close to matching LeBron James's level of performance. Green also mentioned that there was a time all upcoming players aspired to be as good as Mike. But what LeBron has accomplished and how he's been able to exert such dominance over the game for so long is simply unfathomable. Draymond Green has one valid argument though. He mentioned the fact that there was a time MJ retired from basketball for a long stretch. But LeBron, on the other hand, never took breaks, and he kept on going and is still going up to this day. Green also pointed out that the overall quality of the game is better now in comparison to Jordan's era. And for LeBron to be the best player in the best era of basketball, then it should mean he's also the best of all time.
I know what I've brought to the table. I know what I bring to the table every single night. And, I always feel like I'm the best to ever play this game. But, there's so many other great ones, and I'm happy to just be a part of their journey.
That being said, Draymond Green himself is also performing respectably in the league this season. The Golden State Warriors forward made a huge statement when he recently overtook Michael Jordan in three-point shooting. To accomplish such a feat is very impressive, I must say. This accomplishment came in December 2022 when his Golden State Warriors team beat the Houston Rockets 120-101 in the Chase Center in San Francisco, California. Draymond Green hit a three-pointer, grabbed 6 boards, dished out 6 assists, stole 1 ball, and blocked 1 shot on the night. Even though he made only 1 three-pointer, that 1 shot put him ahead of the legendary Michael Jordan on the list of all-time three-pointers made.
1 of 6 from downtown. They have been badly outshot from 3. What a pass. One side of the floor to the other. DiVincenzo to Draymond Green, who cut and scored.
At the end of his career, Jordan had 581 three-pointers made, whereas Green now has 582. It's interesting to note that Green has attempted an average of 2.6 threes per game throughout his career, while Jordan has attempted 1.7. However, since Jordan left the NBA in 2003, teams have modified their strategy and now make more three-point attempts. The Warriors shoot 43.6 threes a game right now, while the Bulls shot only 424 in the whole 1991 season. Still, it's still a great achievement to move past Jordan, who is arguably the league's greatest player on any all-time list. Green overtaking Jordan was a topic of conversation after the game with head coach Steve Kerr. Ironically, Kerr played with Jordan on the dominant Bulls team of the 1990s. As a result of their victory over the Rockets, the Warriors were 13-11 after 24 games this season and are currently the 6th seed in the Western Conference. They were undefeated through 12 home games at the Chase Center at the time. The Warriors struggled early on, but have turned in a strong second half, going 7-3 in their last 10 games of 2022. So leaving Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Draymond Green aside, who are the other shining stars in the NBA this 2022-2023 season? Unsurprisingly, LeBron James is one of them. As we all know, LeBron James is one of the best basketball players ever, but injuries have kept him from playing at his peak level the past 2 seasons. Even at that, he still manages to put up good numbers per game. So far this season, he has scored 29.5 points per game on average. For now, due to a recent foot injury, James is temporarily out of commission. But so far, so good this season for a player his age. Ja Morant is another player who's literally having a ball this season. The young player for the Memphis Grizzlies has continued his stellar play from last season, and he may even improve his game further this year. Jason Tatum hasn't been doing too bad either. After a successful 2017-18 campaign in which he helped lead the Boston Celtics to the NBA Finals, Tatum has gotten off to a strong start this year. Who knows, maybe he'll be the key to his team's success next season. That's if he keeps it up anyway. We can't talk about hot NBA players in 2023 without mentioning Devin Booker. Now averaging 27.6 points per game, Booker is poised to have another great season. And the same could have been said of Kevin Durant. Durant did not have his best season though, as the Brooklyn Nets were defeated by the Boston Celtics in the opening round of the NBA playoffs. Durant will surely be looking for better fortune next season. Stephen Curry is another player who's currently shining brightly too. Curry's currently averaging 29.8 points per game, and even though his performance in January 11's losing game against the Phoenix Suns wasn't that good, it can be attributed to a shoulder injury. As for Luka Doncic, the 23-year-old has no injuries to worry about. His season has gotten off to a strong start, which bodes well for his pursuit of the MVP award. This season, Doncic is averaging 33 points per game, which is just slightly better than Giannis Antetokounmpo's averages. Giannis was among the MVP nominees last year, and since he's enjoying a stellar season so far, he'll almost certainly be added to the list for this year as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo's 31.4 points per game have led the Bucks to a 50-20 record and first place in the Eastern Conference. He was absent from the 2023 NBA All-Star Game due to a wrist injury, but his team still prevailed. Let's wait and see who wins this year's NBA MVP award.